Now is the time. Transfer deadline day. Our second year, and I'm just going to go for spoilers right now. We're not looking to bring anyone in. We just need to work on the team we have and, you know, train up the young kids that we have and keep the money under control. That's one of the main things we're doing. So let's jump into this and look at the results from the last month of August. So up to the calendar. We started out here with a 0-0 draw against Bradford. That was the league opener. Not bad for a start, we'll take it. We went in here to the Cup away to Oxford, and we came out with a win, 1-0. Tozer slipped in a follow-up shot to win us the game there. And then Rotherham away, 1-1 draw. 2 draws out of 2, not bad. We conceded a penalty in that one for literally nothing. I watched the replay and I was like, I still have no idea what you saw. But Labadie did all the work to get the equaliser. And then a 1-0 win at home against Stevenage for our first league win. We hadn't beaten them before. It was a stuffy kind of match, but Isaac King stepped up and stuffed one away. Then things went south in the EFL Cup. Lost 3-1 to Shrewsbury. This game was just one of the worst games I've played in a while. It was so frustrating. We were getting nothing from the referees. I was sending through balls in. Quick guys like Elliott and White and Reeves were all getting put through, clear on goal. Defenders just grab them by the back of the neck and pull them back. Nothing. But as soon as we even think about putting a tackle in, we're getting called up. And on top of that, every single one of their player was outpacing every single one of ours. You know, even fast guys like Mendes Lang, high 80s in pace, was getting caught up to by big beefy centre backs with no pace. It was ridiculous. Back to the league, another loss, 2-0 to Bolton. Almost the same kind of game, but we didn't play as well. We couldn't find any kind of rhythm, much less any scoring chances, and Bolton are just a really good side, so a 2-0 loss away from home isn't the end of the world, especially since we're only trying to avoid relegation. And then we went Bradford one more time. We got the better of them in the Checkatrade Trophy. It was Samizada that got the break of a long shot from Mikkelbus. I thought it was going to be one of those magical long-range strikes from the Norwegian left-back, but he completely scuffed it, deflected off a defender, but Samizada reacted first and just tucked it away. So let's back up. Where does all this leave us? We are sitting in 15th at the moment. Win, 2 draws and a loss, 5 points. It's okay. We can sit there. I mean, actually, staying there achieves the goal for the next 2 seasons, I think it is, which is end up mid-table. We need to avoid the bottom 8 to do that, and the bottom 8 is 17th and below, so 15th is just dandy. We'll try and pick it up later on. Not a whole lot to talk about in the youth arena. We had the Christian Larson step up into the first team. He was our only youth academy player. Let's take a quick look at him in here if we can find him quickly. There he is. Look at his stats. Fairly well balanced. He's mainly a tackler. But, you know, moderate passing. We're trying to train him up to be a more well-rounded midfielder. We'll see how that goes. He'll be okay in the end once we can get him some good training. We'll take a quick look at the finances. They're looking quite sweet. So look at all that green compared to the red. Our earnings, we are making bank on the merchandising. That is way higher than last season. We've got 615 already. The whole of last season was only 534, and we've still got months ahead of us, so we're going to make a lot in merchandising. The match tickets are looking fairly good. Let's see what's our average at the moment for that. I don't know because that doesn't match up. Some money in from transfers. Better on the season tickets, not great. We didn't do nearly as well in the preseason as I'd hoped. It didn't give us any more for reaching the final. It gave us a little bit for the group stage, a little bit for the semi-final, and then since we lost the final, it didn't give us anything, which kind of a trick. And then in expenses, most of it's wages, which is unavoidable. We got dinged once for youth facilities already. That was before Christian Larson came up, but I'm fine with that. We're looking good. And in terms of see. We get a quick look at who are the big boys. White, Mickelbus, and Reeves. Yeah, kind of be expected. They are solid players. And we've got our wage budget down to 28.6 thousand. That's like 8,000 less than it was last season, which is just phenomenal. We're going to save a lot of money there. But how did we get to that point? Let's see if I can just pull them up over here. Where's the successful? There they are. Okay, so too far. Those guys that came in. Beauchamp is out on loan to Portsmouth. Reduces the wage budget. Bignot we sold to Barnet. Not bad. That cuts down a lot of the wages. Ben Jones went to Sligo Rovers. Haugen's out on loan at Port Vale for a year. I'm not sure if he's going to get much playing time. That's in the same league as us. But if he gains a little bit, that's good. And then we sold Bamford off to Galway United. So that's pretty good. And then let's just look over here to look at this. All these offers for Bailey, and all of them are garbage. His estimate is worth 700, but with his potential, he should be up to 2-3 million. And that's what I've been asking for him, and everyone's like, nope, we're not having it. So, yeah. We also had a bid for King, but it wasn't good enough either, so we ditched that. Last part of the video that we want to look at. I was playing in another save, Celtic, and I got picked to manage Denmark as well. The Denmark national squad has a very interesting makeup. They're pretty solid in the center backs and the center midfielders and the strikers. They have no wingers and very few wing backs. So I've switched over to this formation, which is the one I used at Denmark, and it was extremely effective. I put in like 9 goals over 2 games, and I've been struggling with Newport. So I'm going to try this one. 4-3-1-2 is how they list it. You know, standard flat back 4, a more compact midfield 3 with an attacking midfield in front of that. I've currently got Isaac King in that spot. I've been playing him as a striker, but he's actually listed as a center forward, like playing in just behind the strikers, or an attacking mid, so he fits well for that position. I think we've actually got decent options. I mean, the defense is not going to change. Give me that back. Look at that. Let's go in here. Let's go look at. This is going to be my more defensive position, so Labadie's going to play there a lot. Larson, once he's trained up to speed. And these outside two could be used as wide players, like White. He's also listed to play as a center mid, which is strange, considering his makeup. But he's not too far away from Reeves. Reeves has got a bit more physical on him. So Reeves can play there. Either of those two can play up here. I could also play Rig there. Collins could fit here or here, because he's got some good shooting, which makes him less of a winger and more of a striker, attacking mid. And then, let's see, who else have we got that can play up there? Owen Evans is solid anywhere across the midfield. Randall's good at the attacking roles. Mendes Lang is probably one that we might have to find a place for, because he is definitely more suited to the wide positions. And then Sean Rigg could do well as a striker or in the hole, as you'd call it. So I think this lineup has some potential. If it's as effective for Newport as it is for Denmark, then it could really turn our fortunes in this early part of the season. Right, that's all I've got for you at the end of this month. We can take a quick look at what's ahead in the next month in terms of matches. What do we have? Home match against Walsall, then we've got Bristol Rovers, Peterborough, Luton Town again, who we need a win. We haven't been able to beat them in the last season. And then Chesterfield and Gillingham. So, not quite as busy a month, although they've yet to schedule the next Checkatrade Trophy game, I think. Or no? Oh, it's way in the future, not until October. Excellent. So, 6 matches this month. That's good. That means we can try and keep some fresher players. We won't have to switch around as much, except for this one Peterborough game. And that one is a home game. Okay, so we'll keep the good players fresh for that. Remember, good players in the home games to boost ticket revenue. Pro tip. Thanks for watching. I've been Ranroth, and I still will be in the next one. Likes, comments, and subscription to the channel are always appreciated. Let me know what you think, especially that new formation. If you've tried it, how does it work for you? If you've got any other ideas. Oh, I forgot the reason I went to that formation. because in the matches I've played, I'm not sure how much you've noticed since I haven't played a whole lot of matches on camera, this game isn't doing so well for me in wide positions. The number of crosses I put in that find their targets is pretty low, and when we scoring goals from those is even lower, so I like plugging it up the middle, finding the short passes, and making the movement. That's kind of what I go for, so that's one more reason this formation I think is going to work well for us. So, there we go. That was your last tip. Comments on the new formation, please. What do you think of it? Don't forget to follow at Ranroth Games on Twitter. That's where all the updates come first for the matches that don't get recorded. And I think that's really all this time, so I will see you in the next one. Peace out.